Hi, this is Tony George. I am the volunteer coordinator for the R-OTE program in IOTA. And this is a helpful tutorial for how to use the R-OTE menu system. I've got the two programs up and running. One is the RStudio program, which has been opened and is running R-OTE. And then the other is the Google Chrome graphic user interface, which has been initiated by the Run app in the RStudio program. I've already produced another video to show how that works. I will not discuss that in this video. So I do want to show that I have positioned my Google Chrome window so that I can see the last few lines in the RStudio console, and this tells me what RStudio is doing in the background. What I'm showing is the Start menu that comes up in the Google Chrome interface. And the first thing that we can do is typically select a file for processing. If I want to show secondary light curves, I can press this little toggle button, and any secondary light curve that is present will show up. So let's press this button. This is a shortcut button to select a file, and it opens a file selection window, and I could select a file to open. So that is how everything works if it's working fine on your system. However, if I press this menu and I have this window positioned behind Google Chrome, then when I press this shortcut button, nothing seems to happen. Oh, and my window is grayed out. So where is, it says enter file selected, but there's no file selection window. If I look behind the Google Chrome interface, I see that this file is hiding. If I move it out here, and then activate that and select the window, you'll see that it will work. And if I move that window to the left, and then any subsequent requests to select a file, it will pop up here. So that is something you have to do the first time. Typically that's the only time you have to do it for the file selection window. Okay, so now I have a valid file enacted, and say I want to process the timestamps on this file. So I can either do that by clicking on this menu, or if I have the load observation data, I can do it by clicking on this menu. Now notice down here it says file must be in R-OTE format before timestamps can be processed. And I heard a little bell ring off. So anytime I hear a little bell ring off and I don't see anything happening, and it says something happened down here, I should go look and see if there's a little window that popped up. Oh yeah, there is. Now unfortunately these little pop-up windows don't pop up over here on the left if I reset them. So you'll have to be aware of that. If there's a little bell that goes off and you don't see anything happen, you might need to go look for that little window. So let's try it again. And again, you see it didn't pop up over here. It popped up behind. Just watch for that, okay? Just one of the problems that we have with the shiny app interface that we're using with this graphic user interface. So the first thing that we do as we roll down this is we might look for a secondary light curve. With this particular file there is none. So I'll click that off. That's indicated by this red line. And we would write this in R-OTE format, and then we can go ahead and do the different functions. The other thing that I want to show in this video is that we can zoom in on our light curve by using these little zoom buttons. So if I see a potential event in my data, I can zoom in and take a look at that a little closer. Just a way of checking your video, and also it's a way of checking to see if you have integrated video. A lot of times if somebody's used video integration, you'll see multiple groups of data points that are the same. That's a tip-off that you have integration. This file was not integrated. So that will be the end of this particular video, and the next one that I do will actually analyze a light curve.